Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So I just want to apologise to my subscribers, my followers. It is unlike me to be so delayed to react to a national final after it has happened, but I've had a few days off. This channel plus my job just became slightly overwhelming. So if you follow me on social media, you'll know that I've had a couple of days break. I went somewhere to explore this amazing country that I now live in, India, and it was needed. Feel rejuvenated, ready to jump back into Eurovision, and so I'm catching up. So Friday, Poland selected their song for Eurovision. So the fan favourite, both amongst the Eurovision fandom that I could gather and those inside Poland, Justyna has won. So a lot of people saw this coming. She's huge in Poland, and my understanding is she won convincingly. So let me check out the results. I know she won, even though I had a bit of distance from Eurovision the last few days. I know the winners of the national finals, so I know that she won. So I just want to check out the results in full to see how it went down. Okay, so it wasn't a massive difference. Well, I guess statistically quite a significant distance between first and second, but nonetheless 40% of the televote, so it was 100% televote, right, this year. So as a result, a lot of people kind of assumed the advantage was with Justyna based on the fact that she's hugely successful in Poland and the fact that there was a lot of love for Justyna and also with her narrative. So a lot of people feel that potentially last year the song Witcher, which I still haven't properly listened to the whole way through, potentially deserved the nod for Poland. And also she's one of those artists amongst Eurovision fans that has been to Eurovision before and got a result that definitely was unjustified. Came a lot further down the leaderboard than it most definitely deserved. So first and foremostly, excited that she gets to rewrite her Eurovision narrative, has an opportunity for a redemption. So, okay, Lusterka is second. So I did see, particularly in the comments of my video when I ranked my personal favourites, that there seemed to be a lot of love for that one, both inside Poland and outside of Poland. So my personal favourite was Teo. So Teo came sixth with 4%. Obviously, there's quite a few with not much percentage because it would seem the top two collectively got a lot, as did Dominik. But I know my last video got a little bit of, I would say, a negative backlash in some circles, and potentially I do understand that people have been very kind and just reached out to me about why potentially there may have been a bit of backlash in some circles of my last video in regards to particularly some people in Poland not necessarily happy with the choice that Teo was added last minute. So obviously I get that. I'm approaching this objectively with 11 songs as a Eurovision fan, and so I kind of obviously, missed potentially the emotions that may have evoked from some people in regards to the late edition of Teo. But the song itself, I love that song. I do love that song. And so that was my first place. My second place was Lusterka, and bless, people have been so good trying to educate me about how to pronounce the artists of that song. I have forgotten, but nonetheless, that was my second place. And my third place was Dominik. Dominik was my third place. So it's good to see that he's got another good result. Like, he's evidently got a decent fan base in Poland. And I kind of assumed with Justyna and the song Lusterka, it would have been difficult for Dominik to shine through. But happy with that result. So Justyna wins, so no doubt, and I've kind of got a gauge with the limited exposure I've had to social media the last few days that people are happy with this result. This is the result that a lot of people wanted, and so I'm quite excited to check these songs out. So I think what I'll do is I will check out the top three, but I want to check out Teo as well because I'm quite curious to see how Teo was able to transform that song, the studio version, a song that I really like, onto the stage. Right, Teo. So Teo's quite young, right? So let's see. But he has won a singing contest, so this whole gig shouldn't be too scary for him. Okay, quite intrigued. with the visual choices they've made so far. That's an interesting effect. Live so far, it's flawless. Okay. It's quite effective. It's a very good song. So they've gone for this almost two-world narrative. Interesting idea. Potentially unnecessarily cheesy. When I reacted to this song, I compared it to Radiohead Creep. And so as a result, I thought it was going to tailor the dark and moody vibe. Not potentially him vocally, cannot fault. I didn't expect him to engage with the audience. I kind of not normally a massive fan of that, because I kind of like performances that are escapism, where I get lost in the performance, and I feel, yeah, going up to the audience and having a hand moment kind of takes me out of that world. And yeah, I just was expecting something a bit more dark and moody. I was actually just genuinely expecting him to stand with a mic stand and then, I don't know, be on almost a spotlight. I feel this is unnecessarily... Not sure I would have staged it this way. Next to you. Yeah, and he's almost doing some sort of set choreography with his movement. I just would have got him standing there with a microphone. So why do I feel potentially this song is building visually to where the two worlds meet? There we go. And I'm not good about predicting the end of films. Oh, this has gone in the kind of cheesy visual. I just thought it was going to tap into the dark mood of this song. Listen, I still love this song. And I still think vocally he is massively on point. That was a strong vocal. I just didn't necessarily get the choice of the staging. Didn't necessarily live up to my expectations of what I thought was going to happen in that staging. But doesn't take away from what I've said. Still like the song, still strong vocal, and he's a young guy, so let's see where his career goes. But yeah, I was expecting more of a mood, and yeah, I was definitely taken out of that mood with the creative aspects or the creative decisions about how they were going to stage that one. Okay, right, Dominik. A lot of potential with this song, very radio friendly. I've listened to this song quite a bit. Curious to see how this was transplanted on stage. So this is the same image from the music video, right? And again, strong vocalist. But we've come to expect that now from Dominik, right? So he won The Voice in Poland. So he's brought the backing dancers from the music video, which I saw the potential in when I reacted to this song. If he was able to do a kind of Diodato interval act at Turin moment with them. Hold the light up above, me tight, hold me tight in the dark. Very radio friendly song, very catchy. Not sure the dances around the piano is as effective as it could be. Right, here's the potential. Is he able to give me that kind of Diodato interval Turin moment? Could have gone for a brown palette. Not sure about that. Earthy. Okay. Seems more choreo rather than physical theatre, which I was hoping for. Yeah, it's moved to dancers and him rather than an immersive experience, which is a shame. I think that choreo moment probably might not have been the best. It's another great vocalist. Okay. I guess it's effective to a point. Very literal interpretation of the song. Hold the light, hold the light, hold the light up above. Hold me tight, tight in the dark. I think this is a really good song. Teo's is a really good song. And there was some disappointment in the Eurovision fandom about how strong this national final was. Okay, so for me, particularly with songs, my best hope is the song is elevated with staging. My next best hope is the staging matches my love for the song and then everything else underneath. I'm not necessarily sure that the staging matched my love for the song. Teo's was slightly underwhelming. I think it's just because it was a different idea that I had hoped. But it is a great radio-friendly song. I will continue listening to that song. But yeah, I didn't sit here and be wowed, shall we say. So, okay, let's check out the top two. Right, I'm excited to see how this song went down. So it was close-ish. I'm curious about the vocals, but I'm curious to see how this song is staged, whether it matches or exceeds my love for this song. So it's a song that's not normally my genre, but was still my second favourite out of all the songs when I listened to them on first listen. Enjoying what I'm seeing so far. This song really surprises me. It's not my sort of sound, but I am a little gripped. I was thinking then, in regards to that initial thing, I wasn't necessarily sure I could hear her vocal, but I can hear her vocal now. Okay, so unlike Teo, unlike Dominik, we now have a staging that matches and fits the song, and matches and fits how I was expecting this song to go down. So far, this is very good. Justyna aside, had this won, this definitely... it's so dangerous to say safe qualifier. But if this had won, Poland would have a decent song on their hands. And listen, if you've got me on board with this song, that says something. Because this isn't my sound. I don't know why the backing dancers are pretending to sing, because they're not singing. Love. Some may say this is unnecessary, but I'm loving this moment. Oh, I'm really enjoying this. This is potentially a very good choice and potentially a missed opportunity. I haven't watched Justyna's yet, but it's interesting because I know someone that was in the studio and I was asking their feedback. And they messaged me. I don't think they knew that I was away and just kind of escaping Eurovision for a bit. And they said, oh, they're at the national final. They took a picture. And I said, how was it? And they said some stuff. But basically, to qualify it at the end, they were like, there wasn't very many people in there. And it's quite interesting, that last part of the song, you could see, obviously, them doing a moment where they're trying to jeer the crowd on. My understanding was it's a studio, so the crowd really wasn't very big. So I'm just thinking... like, obviously, had it been like a Benidorm Fest sort of vibe with like a stadium of thousands of people, like, you cannot underestimate the energy that is transmitted home when you've got a massive crowd just totally vibing with your song. Very impressed. That song massively elevated. I liked it anyway, but what I saw, that was very good. Right, Justyna's got a lot to live up to because, yes, as I said at the beginning of this video, I had put this song in 5th place in regards to first initial listen, and that did get some heat my way, which is fine. I can deal with that. But I do feel I said that it has the potential to be elevated because I can hear it's a performance song. So yeah, enough said. Let's check out Justyna. Okay, I'm open-minded. Let's see how she did. I could already hear the crowd, and I was told that there wasn't that many people in there. That looks incredible so far. This looks very expensive. Listen, the vocals itself, I'm not going to talk about. We knew that she was just going to boss this live vocal. And she is giving pretty cardio choreography and hitting those notes. How much time has gone into putting this together? Everything is on point. Everything is thought about. Choreography, what they're wearing, the lights, the visuals. She could have easily gone into this and gave 50% less in everything. Because she was a strong favourite. Okay, love this. This moment now. This. I could just watch and listen to her sing this song and her do that the whole time. That was awesome. I just still can't get over the vocal. I mean, I shouldn't be shocked, as I said. And now she's in the air. She's literally given everything. What I must say is I can't credit her enough for taking this process seriously. She's gone into this national final and she's given everything. When I feel potentially she didn't have to. I really can't fault anything. So if you've been a subscriber and follower of my channel for a while, then you will know that I have a vested interest when it comes to Poland. So British born, but nonetheless, part Polish. We can't ignore that our kind of ethnic heritage does give us some bias and sway in regards to what we cheer for at Eurovision. So of course I want, objectively, but also biased, the best song to go to Eurovision for Poland. Yes, obviously I haven't checked them all out, but I've checked enough out to know that what I've seen so far is qualified in regards to the televote that it got. I'm sat here massively impressed. And I still stand by the fact that on the first listen, it's not necessarily a song that immediately catches you. I did say in my video, that it sounds like a song that could be performed. I did say, based on some of the visuals I saw from the song last year in regards to Witcher, that this just could be completely lit up on stage. I never thought that Justyna would come to that stage and give 300% because I didn't think she needed to. But from what I've seen, I wouldn't touch or change anything. Like, that's Eurovision ready in all aspects. I mean, I don't know whether the going into the ceiling or going up into the air was maybe too much. I don't know necessarily. The violin thing I did quite like, but they're kind of moving towards the audience afterwards. I don't know if that had somewhat of an impact on me watching it in regards to the energy levels. But like, how much time and energy and money has gone into that? She has taken this process unbelievably seriously. She has not patronised any of the other competitors. She had a huge advantage going into this, and she knew that. She must have known that. But to take this process seriously and just give it 300%, the win is not, for me, questionable. I really don't think it's questionable, because sometimes big names win and there is ill feeling amongst Eurovision fandom, people within those countries. But I think she's proved people like me wrong in the sense of, okay, you have some doubts. You think, obviously, I'm a big name and therefore I have an advantage and maybe I'll push through as a result of that. Let me show you what I can do. And so, yeah, being part Polish, I must stress, of course I want Poland to do well. Of course I want Poland to send the best song. And from what has already been selected, I can't see why we can't talk about this. I don't know about Eurovision winner. We've not got enough songs yet, but with what we do have, we can certainly kind of talk about songs that we feel might do well or will stand out. And I would hope and like to think that people are saying that about this song. So Poland's drawn first half of their semi-finals. This would be an amazing opener, and she's a seasoned artist whereby she would step up to that challenge. It's never easy to open a semi-final. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this progresses moving forward. I'm gutted that I'm not going to be able to do any Eurovision pre-parties being in India, because I would freaking love to see that live. I would love to see that live in Eurovision. I'm sat here with a vested interest being part Polish, and I'm happy. I'm happy. So some people might think that that's not sincere. Some people might think that I'm trying to backtrack slightly. I've got nothing to backtrack on. Like, yeah, on initial listen, it wasn't as much of a favourite. I still love Dominik's song. I still love Teo's song. But at the end of the day, the point about Eurovision, it's a performance. It's 3 minutes of listening to a live vocal. She nailed it. Listening to a song. It sounds a good song. I never jeopardise that, or I never question that. But moreover, it's a visual. It's a package. I think that's the best word to say. It's a package. And from what I've seen, that was the best package. So it deserves to win irrespective. So, yeah, I hope people think that my thoughts are sincere on that point, because they really are. So those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. What do you think of Justyna's victory? How do you think Justyna's going to do in Eurovision 2025? Do comment below. And if you are still here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.